Student Assembly of 5th grade. Once more. Student Assembly of 5th grade. Okay. So, it might be 11:30, but you guys are still vigorous. But before we start, let's recite Basmalah together. So for our theme today is about parts of flowering plants. So do you guys know who will be our first performer? Okay, please welcome Kak Dila. Come here, Kak. Okay, here's Kak Dila. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, so the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, back again with me at Student Assembly. Today I will explain about bougainville flower. Do you know bougainville flower? That's why I will explain about bougainville flower. Before I start, I will introduce myself. Hello, my name is Dila. I'm from 5B Alpha Arabic class. Okay, let's start. The bougainville, the Latin of bougainville flower is bougainvillea. And do you know the types of bougainville flower? The types is complete flower. The parts of bougainville flower, there are 6 parts. The first is stem. Stem is the stem is the stem is the stem is the trunk of plant, and the second is receptacle. Receptacle is the outer part of plant. Receptacle is the stalk of plant, and the function is for generation of flower organs. And the third is sepal. Sepal is the outer of plant, and the function is for protection of flower buds. The fourth is there is stigma, style, pollen, ovary, and ovule. They are include of pistil. Pistil is the female part of flower, and the function is for female reproduction. The fifth there is filament and anther. They are include of stamen. What is stamen? Stamen is the pollen producing reproduction organ of flower. The function is for male reproduction. And the last is petal. Petal is the part of flower that are often conspicuously colored, and the function is for pollination. Do you want to know the fun fact? Okay, I will tell you the fun fact. The first is bougainvillea's flower are edible, and the second is bougainvillea are not flowered, and the third is bougainvillea flower is versatile. Okay, that's all my presentation about bougainville flower. I hope you can take the knowledge from my presentation, and I'm sorry if I have mistake from my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and see you again in next student assembly with me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Kak Dila, that was a great presentation from Kak Dila. So, Ustazah have one question for you, Kak Dila. Please explain the role of pistil and stamen, Kak.
Okay, thank you for your question, Ustazah, and here my answer. The role of pistil is for ovule producing part of flower, and the role of stamen is for pollen producing part of flower.
Okay, thank you Kak for your explanation.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Dila for the presentation. Do you guys know who is the second performers? Really? Is it Kak Alvaro? Okay then, please welcome Kak Alvaro. Hi Kak Alvaro, are you ready for today?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, then the time is yours.
Hello, my name is Alvaro. Today I will present about frangipani flower, or the name of the Latin is Plumeria. Okay, now we start. Can you look at the flower? And the picture behind me? Yes, the frangipani flower are so beautiful and so many color, like yellow, white, and the last pink. But the frangipani flower is not complete flower, cause there is no stamen or male part. So the part of the frangipani flower is only pistil, and pistil, sepal, petal, stem, receptacle, and the part of the pistil is only four. There is ovary, ovule, style, and stigma. Now is the function. The function of the flower, the function of the sepal is for attract bees, butterfly, and other to come to the flower. That's why the petals are beautiful. Now the function of sepal. When the frangipani flower is not fully grow, the sepal is protect the flower from bug like caterpillar and other. The sepal is protect flower is like this. And the function is pistil. Do you know the function of the pistil? The function of the pistil is reproductive organ and support style. And now is the benefit. The benefit is most their skin, like skincare, and relieve headaches or stress in Indonesian. That's not all, but I only explain two because it's so many. Okay, that's all from my presentation. I'm sorry if there is mistake from my speaking, and I hope you get knowledge from my presentation, and I'm sorry if I wrong about the information. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Kak, that's about plumeria flower, Kak Alvaro. So, Ustazah's question is, please Kak Alvaro explain why flower is important due to the development of the plant, Kak.
Is important because it important for environment and it make it faster.
So flower is important for our environment like that?
Yes.
Okay, good job Kak Alvaro, thank you.
Okay, that was a very fun presentation. Give applause one more for Kak Alvaro. Okay, do you guys know who is the third performers? Okay, please welcome Kak Alarik. Okay, here is Kak Alarik. How are you, Kak? Are you ready for today's performance?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, so the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Alarik. Today I will present about hibiscus flower. Hibiscus flower can be used to make cloth food such as jelly, dried fruit, and so on can be polished to make shoes to become shiny. And the part of hibiscus flower and the function is the first petals. Petal is for to protect the crown. And the second is stigma. Stigma is for means the female and reproduction. And the third is pistil style. Pistil style. Pistil style is for support the stigma to stand up and it's in its position. And hibiscus flower and the various health is such as blood pressure to lower, and the second is to control blood sugar, and the third is reduce stress, and hibiscus flower are also rich in antioxidants. And the color of hibiscus flower is many. The first white, the second is yellow, the third orange, and the fourth is dark red or and pink. And the type of hibiscus flower is a complete flower. Sorry if from my speaking there is some mistake. I hope you get some stomach from my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, great job Kak Alarik. So now Ustazah have one question for you Kak Alarik. My question is, do all flower have the same parts Kak? Please explain it Kak Alarik.
Thank you for the question, Ustazah. Here my question. One flower and another flower is there is the not same parts, and the first there is the function is not same, and the second is the parts is not same.
Okay, so not a flower, ya Kak, have the same parts ya. Okay,
Yes.
thank you for your answer Kak Alarik.
You're welcome. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Kak Alarik, for the great performance. Next one, let's welcome Kak Ciara. Come here, Kak Ciara. Are you ready for today?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, please enjoy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, back again with me on Student Assembly. So, in this morning, I will explain about Raulias flowers. Before I start the presentation, I will introduce myself first. My name is Ciara from 5B Alpha Arabic class. Okay, let's start. The word that we will discuss is about complete or no ya, Raulias flowers. I remember. Raulias flowers is incomplete flowers. Do you know why incomplete? Okay, I will let you know ya. Raulias flower is incomplete flower because it doesn't have one of the perfect flowers. Next, the second that we will discuss is about the definition. Kencana or golden flower is a flower that can be found in meadows or roadsides. It has red, white, blue, and purple flowers, and several types of wild golden flower have dry fruit that can explode in the water. And next that we will discuss is about the part of the flowers. Do you know the part of the flowers? Okay, I will let you know. The part of the flowers is there is 5. The first is sepals. Second, petals. Third is receptacle. Fourth is pistil, and the last one is stamen. The function of all the part of the flowers is the first sepal. Sepal is to protect flower bud. The second is petals. Petals is to attract pollinator. And the third is receptacle. The function of receptacles where the flowers is attached. And the fourth is pistil. Pistil is about the female reproductive organs. And the last one is the function of stamen. Stamen is to produce pollen grains. If you don't know the shape of Raulias flowers, you can look behind me. So now you know like. That's all about my presentation. I'm sorry if I had a mistake in my speaking. Thank you, finish attention to me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Ciara. Good job. So, there is one question from Ustazah. Based on your opinion, how if the flower never exists in this world, Kak Ciara?
Thank you for the question, Staza. And here my answer. As we know, flower help our to ecosystem. So if there is no flower in this world, there won't be any ecosystem.
Okay, so flower is very important for our ecosystem, Kak Ciara, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Kak Ciara.
Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you for Kak Ciara. Before we go to the next performance, let's recite our tagline. Do you still remember? Okay, Student Assembly of 5th grade. Okay, good. Do you know who is our next performance? Who it is? Okay, please welcome Kak Afkar. Come to the stage, Kak Afkar. Come here, come here. Are you ready for today?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Afkar from 4B Alpha Arabic class. 5B Alpha Arabic class. Today I will present about bougainville flower. Now I will present about the function, the definition, the part of flower, and the type. The first, we're going to the types. The types of this flower is complete flower because have pistil and stamen. And now we're going the part of flower. The first part of flower is petal. The second is stamen. Do you know how many divided stamen? Stamen are divided into two. The first is anther and the second is filament. And now we're going the third. The third is pistil. Pistil are divided into four. Do you know what is the name? Okay, it's from petal. Do you know what is the definition of the petal? Okay, the definition of the petal is a part of flower that often conspicuously color. And the second, we go to the stamen. The definition of the stamen is the male parts of flower. And the third, we go to the pistil. Do you know what is the function of the definition of pistil? Okay, the definition of pistil is the female part of flower. And now we're going to sepal. Do you know what is the meaning of the sepal? The definition of the sepal is the outer part of flower, often green and leaf-like, that enclose a developing bud. And now we're going to the fifth. The fifth is receptacle. The definition of receptacle is the part of flower that stalk any part of flower are attached. And now we're going to the function. The first function is petal. Do you know what is the function of the petal? Okay, the function of the petal is to attract bees because has beautiful color and smell good. And now we're going to stamen. Do you know what is the function of stamen? Okay, the function of stamen is to make pollen grains. And the third, we're going to pistil. Do you know what is the function of the pistil? The function of the pistil is to collect pollen grains and make into seed. And now we're going to the fourth. Do you know what is the function of the sepal? Sepal is for developing bud. And now I going to the fifth. The fifth is receptacle. Receptacle is for any part of flower are attached. And now we're going to the end or the six. Do you know what is the function of stem? Okay, the function of the stem is for stand. Okay, that's all from my presentation, Afkar. And I'm sorry if there is a mistake from my speaking. And I hope you can get some new knowledge from my presentation. And I hope I can see you all again. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Afkar. That's about bougainville flower. So, Ustazah now have one question for you Kak Afkar. Please Kak Afkar explain why flower is important due to the development of the plant.
Okay, Ustazah, thank you for the question. And this is my answer. Flower is important because flower is the food from the insect, and insect are help some other plant like carrot and another again.
Okay, thank you for your answer Kak Afkar.
Oke, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Ustaz, kenapa itu ada yang hilang, Ustaz? Ada yang hilang, Ustaz?
Okay. Thank you Kak Afkar for the great performance. Okay, everyone, do you know who is our next presenter? Who do you think is the next presenter? Okay, Ustazah wants to check your spirit. Okay, Ustazah wants to check your spirit. If Ustazah says student assembly of 5th grade, you will say okay, student assembly of 5th grade. Okay, thank you Kak. So please welcome our next presenter. Are you ready for today, Kak Abid?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Abid from 5B Al-Farabi class. Today I will present about Kamboja flower, or the English name is Plumeria flower. Kamboja flower is complete flower. Why it called complete flower? Because there is have male and female part. And then there is some part of flower. The first is stamen, second is pistil, and the third is sepal, and the fourth is petal. Now we will go to the function. The first is stamen. The function stamen is male part of flower. The function of stamen is to produce pollen grains. And the second, there is two types of stamen. The first is anther, and the second is filamen. And the second, there is pistil. The function pistil is female part of flower. The function of pistil is as a reproductive system. There are four types of pistil. The first is stigma, the second is style, the third is ovary, and the last is ovule. And the third is there is sepal. The function of sepal is to protect flower bud. And the last is for petal. The function of petal is to attract pollinators. You can find Kamboja flower in many color. The first is white, second is yellow, the third is pink, and so on. That's all my presentation. I'm sorry if there is mistake in my speaking. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, great job, Kak Abid. So now, Ustazah have a question for you, Kak Abid. What do you think about your flower, Kak Abid? Is it easy or difficult to find in your surrounding, and why it is easy or difficult?
Thank you for the question, Ustazah. My flower is easy to find in my surrounding. And also easy to plant and grow as long as enough sunlight.
So it is easy to find out, right, Kak Abid? Thank you for your answer, Kak Abid.
Yesus. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Abid for the performance. Do you know who is our next performance after Kak Abid? Louder please. Okay, thank you. Please welcome Kak Cila. Come here Kak. There. Okay, be careful. Okay, thank you. How are you, Kak? Are you ready for today's presenting?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so please enjoy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Sila. I'm from 5B Alpha Arabic class. Today, I want to present about Impatiens balsamina flower or bunga pacar air. Okay, let's going to be my present. What is the function of Impatiens balsamina? The function of Impatiens balsamina is including menstrual laxative, high blood pressure, swelling from being heat, ulcers, rheumatic joint, non-venomous snake bites, and the last is an inflammation of the skin. Impatiens balsamina is a complete flower because it has reproductive and decorative parts. What is the definition of Impatiens balsamina? The definition is the first is enter for save the pollen, and the second is a stigma for crown at the time of birth, and the third is pistil pistil for female leaf flower. And is the part of pacar air. The root of Impatiens balsamina consists epidermis, cortex, endodermis, and meristem tissue. Stamen. One part of the stamen in Impatiens balsamina is a generative organ that function for plant reproduction. Pistil as a container for pollen that come from stamen or pollen grains. And this is the example of Impatiens balsamina. Okay, that's all my present today. I'm sorry if I have a mistake. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Cila. It's about impatient balsamina. So, now Ustazah have one question for you Kak Cila. Please explain the role of pistil and stamen in flower, Kak Cila.
Thank you for the question, Ustazah. Pistil is female organs of flower, and stamen is for male organ flower.
Okay, so pistil is female organ of the flower and stamen is the male organ. Good job Kak Cila, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you Kak Cila for the great performance. So, Impatiens balsamina is a very impressive flower because it has decorative and reproductive parts. Also, it has many benefits. So, let's go to the next presenter. Who do you think is the next presenter, guys? Okay, let's welcome Kak Quinsa. Okay, are you ready for today?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, please enjoy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, my name is Quinsa. I'm from 5B Alphabet class. Today I want to present about the Relia flower. Do you know the part of the Relia flower? Okay, the part of the Relia flower there is the first there is pistil, and the second there is stamen, and the third there is receptacle, and the fourth there is petal, and the fifth or the last is sepal. And do you know the function of the pistil? Okay, the function of the pistil is female reproduct organs. And the second is stamen. The function of the stamen is the to reproduce pollen grains. And the third is receptacle. The function of the receptacle is where the flower is attacked. And the fourth is sepal. The function of the sepal is to protect flower bud. And the fifth or the last is petal. The function of the petal is to attack pollinator. And do you know the definition of the flower? Okay. The definition of the Relia flower is Relia flower Kencana ungu or Relia flower is can be found in the meadows or in the roadside. The roadside it has red, white, blue or purple flower. And purple flower. The several types of the flower. Relia flower has dry fruit and that can be explored in the water. Okay, that's all from my presentation. Thank you for your attention, guys, and I'm sorry if there is a mistake from my speaking or my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, so it's about Relia flower. Great job, Kak Quinsa. Now, Ustazah have one question for you, Kak Quinsa. The question is, what do you think about your flower, Kak? Is it easy or is it difficult to find in your surrounding? And why it is easy or it is difficult?
Thank you for the question, Ustazah. This is my answer. Is easy. It's easy because
Easy because there
are many kinds of Relia flower.
There are many Relia flower in our environment, right? Kak
Yes.
Quinsa, ya. So it is easy for us to find this flower. Good job, Kak Quinsa. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you Kak Winsa for the performance. Please welcome our next presenter. Hello Kak Arfi, can you come here? Okay, so hi Kak Arfi, are you ready for today's performance?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, the time is yours. Stand here.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Arfi from 5B Alpha Arabic class. Today I want to present about Soka flower. Soka flower there are 5 parts. The first is petals and the second is stamens and the third is anther and the fourth is stem and the fourth and the five or the last is pistil. Soka flower include the incomplete flower because Soka flower there are not some sepal because it is the Soka flower include the incomplete flower and Soka flower is a benefit and a function. And there are Soka flower, there are antioxidants. That's can the antioxidant can prevent the cancers. And the definition of the Soka flower is stamens. And the stamen is pollen reproductive. And the pistil is the ovule of the part of the Soka flower.
Thank you. That's all for my presentation. Okay. Bye guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yay, good job Kak Arfi. It's about Soka flower. So, Ustazah have one question for Kak Arfi. The question is, please explain why flower is important, Kak, due to the development of the plant. Why the flower is important?
Thank you for your question, Ustada. And here my answer. Soka flower is important because there are antioxidants from the soka flower and that can prevent the cancers.
Okay, that's all your answer?
Yes.
Okay, good job Kak Arfi. Thank you for your answer.
Okay.
Okay, thank you Kak Arfi for the great performance. But before we go to the next performance, Sada wants to hear our tagline. Are you ready? Okay, Student Assembly of 5th grade,
Take action and do your best.
once more. Student Assembly of 5th grade,
Take action and do your best.
okay, great. Thank you everyone. So, who is our next presenter? Okay. Please welcome Kak Kenzie. Come here, Kak. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
The time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Kenzie and today I'm gonna present about Soka flower. Soka flower is one of the unique flower because there's two types and there's tree and plant. Soka has a skin fragrance. Soka is an incomplete flower because don't have sepal. Do you know if Soka have a title? No. The title is Flame of the Wood because the color of striking red. The part of Soka flower there is 6. The first is petal, second is stamen, the third is pistil, the fourth is stem, and the fifth is anther, and the sixth is stigma. Do you know who found the Soka flower? Who found the Soka flower is Alexora, and she who found the Soka flower. The function of Soka flower stamen is the pollen reproducing the organ of a flower, and anther is producing pollen grains, and anther support and filament support the anther. The benefit of Soka flower as antioxidants. Soca flower has flavonoids that natural antioxidants. And that's all my presentation. Sorry if there was a mistake. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good job Kak Kenzi. So, Ustazah question is, remaining the soca flower has many flowers, so it is blue leaf color. What do you think if soca flower is dull and pale, Kak Kenzi?
The soca flower gonna be a rare flower because gonna be don't much people who have it because the color of dull and pale.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Kak Kenzi.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Kenzi for presenting your mind map. Next one, please welcome Kak Royan. Okay, thank you. Are you ready for today?
No, yes. I am ready.
Okay, please enjoy your performing.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Royan from 4B Al-Farabi class. Today I want to present about the bunga sepatu or hibiscus flower. First, I want to tell you about the part of the flower. The first is stem. The second is sepal. The third is carpel. The fourth is stamen. The fifth pollen grains, and the last is petal. The meaning of the hibiscus flower. Hibiscus flower is considered fertile in North America. And do you know what is the function of the hibiscus flower? The hibiscus flower can produce to be a tea, and it can also be a traditional medicine. And hibiscus flower is complete flower because it has both male and female part of flower. And the last, I want to tell you about the definition of the part of flower. The definition part of flower is first is stem. Stem is a important part of flower that make the flower stand. The second is carpel. Carpel are the female part of the flower. And the third is stamen. Stamen are the male part of the flower. The fourth is sepal. Sepal it protect the bud developing, thereby enclosing in the part of the state. And the fifth is pollen grains. Pollen grains is make pollination. And the last is petal. Petal is used to attract the insect. Thank you all. Thank you. That's all my present. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, that's about hibiscus flower from Kak Royan. Good job, Kak Royan. So now Ustazah have a question for Kak Royan. The question is, do all flower have the same parts, Kak? Please Kak Royan explain it.
No, there is not same because
because it's different flower. Complete and incomplete.
Because there is complete and incomplete flower, which not all flower have the same parts. Good job Kak Ryan, thank you for your answer.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Ryan for the presentation. Do you guys will be our next presenter? Who is it? Okay, please welcome Kak Sherita. Are you ready, Kak?
Yes, I am ready.
The time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sherita from 5P Alpha Arabic class. Now today I want to presentation about my project. Now friends, this is my project. The title is Kombucha pink flower or plumeria. Now the Latin name of kombucha flower is plumeria. And now I'm gonna be next to the meaning of frangipani. Frangipani or semboja is a group of plant in genus Plumeria. Now the shape is small tree and with the sparse and thick leaves. Now I want to give to know you about the part of flower. Now the first there is a petals, and the second there's a flower crown, and the third there's a stamen. Now the stamen is male part, and the fourth is pistil. Now pistil is female part of flower. Now want to give to know you about function of parts kombucha. The first stamen. Now, stamen is produce the pollen grains, and the second is sepal. Sepal is sepal is to next. There's a petal. Petal is for protect the reproductive organ, and the fourth there's a pistil. Pistil is for produce the reproductive system. And now, do you know what is the kombucha pink flower is include what flower? Now, kombucha flower is include of complete flower. Now, in here I have two kombucha pink flower. There is a complete flower and incomplete flower. Now, the complete flower is the big one, and the incomplete one is the small one. Okay, that's all about my presentation today. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, that's about Kamboja flower in Indonesian name. So, Ustazah question is, what do you think Kak Sherita if flower never exists in this world?
Thank you, Ustazah, for the question, and here my answer. Nah, the answer is if flower there is no exist in the world, the bee or butterfly and etc. will be die, and there is no part of flower.
Yes, so the flower is very important for our ecosystem, right, Kak Sherita?
Yeah.
Okay, good job, Kak. Thank you.
You're welcome. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Sherita for sharing about Kamboja pink. Please give applause once again for Kak Sherita. We'll go to the next performance. Please welcome Kak Caca. Hi Kak Caca, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready to do the presentation.
Okay, good. The time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back again with me in the same moment. Yes, in the student assembly. Today I want to explain about pacar air flower. But before, do you know about pacar air flower? Nah, that is my aim to increase your knowledge by presenting about pacar air flower. But before I start, I want to introduce myself first. My name is Caca. I am from 5B Alpha class. Okay, I think you are finished curious, right? So not take a long time. I will start now. And these are my presentations. Pacar air flower is there are three names. Do you know what is the three names about pacar air flower? Namely, pacar air, Impatiens balsamina, and rose blossom. For informations, Impatiens balsamina is the Latin name for pacar air flower, and then if the rose blossom is the English name. The next, I will explain to you about the pacar air is include complete or incomplete flower. Pacar air flower is include complete flower because pacar air flower has male and female reproductive organs. And the next, I will explain to you about the parts of pacar air flower. The parts of pacar air flower is there are 5. The first is there are stem. The second is there are sepal. The third is there are stamen, and the fourth there are pistil. The fifth is there are petal. The next, do you know I will explain about what? The next, I will explain about the definition. The definition is about the parts of pacar air flower. For example, the first is there are anther. The function of anther is for self-pollen. And the second is there are stigma. The function of stigma is for protect the crown at the time of bud. And the third or the last is there are pistil. The function of pistil is part of female flower. The next, I will explain to you about the function of stem, stamen, and petal. But the first, I will explain about the function of stem. The function of stem is as a flower support. The fourth row is of the flower jewelry, namely the crown. And the next is I will explain about the function of stamen. The function of stamen is as a means of reproductive male sex of plant. And the last, I will explain about the function of petal. The function of petal is to make nectar-eating animal attract to the flower. And then now I will explain to you about the color of pacar air. The first is there are red, and the second is there are orange. The third there are pink. The fourth there are purple, and the fifth is there are white. Maybe if you find a pacar air flower, maybe you find in the red color. And I want to give a little information to you about pacar air flower. Pacar air flower is rare plants now because now is the summer season, while pacar air flower is live at
cold season like rainy seasons. Okay, that's all my presentations. I thank you for your attention and I'm sorry if there are a mistake in my presentations and I hope you can take the knowledge from my presentations. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kak Caca. That was a great presentation from Kak Caca. So now, Ustazah have a question for Kak Caca. So, Kak Caca, what do you think if flower never exists in this world, Kak Caca?
Thank you for the question, Ustada. If the flower is never exists in this world, is maybe we minus the nutrients and finish.
Minus in the nutrients
Yes.
because we can consume the fruits from the
Yes.
flower. Okay, thank you Kak Caca.
You're welcome, Us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you Kak Caca for the great performance. Please once again give applause to Kak Caca. Okay, now we'll have come to an end to our last performance. Please welcome Kak Rashid. Hi Kak Rashid, are you ready for today?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, please enjoy.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Rashid. I'm from 5B Al-Farabi class. Today I will present about the Kamboja flower. The Kamboja flower or the Latin is Plumeria. And the Kamboja flower have two types. There is the yellow and white types and the pink and red types. But now I will present about the yellow and white types. The yellow and white types Cambodia are incomplete flower. Do you know why? Oh, okay. The Cambodia yellow and white flower is incomplete because there is not the pistil or the woman part. And now the parts of Cambodia yellow and white flower. Do you know what is the part of Cambodia yellow and white flower? Okay, the part of Kamboja flower there is four. The first is petal, the second is sepal, the third is stem, and the fourth is receptacle. And do you know what is the function of petal? Okay, the function of petal is part of flower that are often conspicuously colored. Like this Kamboja flower. This petal Kamboja flower is yellow and white color. And the second, that is sepal. Do you know what is the function of sepal? No. Okay, the function of sepal is parts of flower, often green and leaf-like, that enclose a developing bud. And the third, that is stem. So the function of stem is the part of flower to hold the flower to fall down. And the fourth, that is or the last is receptacle. Do you know what is the function of receptacle? No. Okay, the function of receptacle is as a container for the flower crown to rest. Okay, that's all from my presentation. I'm sorry if there is mistake in my speaking and I hope you can get knowledge from my presentation. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you Kak Rashid for your great presentation. So now Ustazah want to ask you one question. So the Plumeria Kamboja flower has beautiful flower like yours. So what do you think if the flower is dull and pale, Kak Rashid?
Okay, thank you for the question, Ustada. Here my answer. If the flower appears the dull and pale color, it means that the flower is unhealthy or this flower is gonna die, so it needs the special care.
Thank you, Kak Rashid.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye bye.
Okay, so that was our last performers. Give applause once again for Kak Rashid, please. Okay, so we have come to an end for our student assembly this time. Thank you for everybody for sharing their knowledge. But before we close, Ustazah once again wants to hear our tagline. Student Assembly of 5th grade. Okay, thank you everyone. And hope this knowledge will be beneficial to our life. And that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.